Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
WWE superstar Rhea Ripley recently made an appearance on Stephanie McMahon's new show, Stephanie's Places. The Eradicator got emotional after receiving major praise from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Rhea Ripley has become one of the most popular names in the world of professional wrestling in recent years. The Eradicator is currently in a heated feud with Io Sky and Bianca Belair. The three stars are all set to clash in a triple threat match for the WWE Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. Ahead of this major match, Ripley recently made an appearance on Stephanie's Places. During the show, Stephanie McMahon showed a video of Stone Cold Steve Austin praising Mommy's incredible physique and wrestling ability. After watching the video, the Eradicator said it was cool for her to hear those words from Steve Austin. The former Women's World Champion also got a bit emotional, saying that she appreciated the Rattlesnake's comments about her physical size, as she used to be insecure about her appearance. "That's insane. Laughs, it's really cool. I don't want to mark out completely but it's really cool, you don't understand, and even just hearing him talk about my frame and how it's perfect that's something that younger me would have loved to have heard," she said. 217-236. Rhea Ripley wanted to leave WWE. During the same episode of Stephanie's Places, Rhea Ripley revealed that she cried before her first Mae Young Classic match as she was extremely terrified. Ripley added that she felt she wasn't doing things to the best of her abilities and started to doubt herself. The Eradicator also mentioned that at one point, she wanted to leave WWE and return to her home country of Australia. "The first Mae Young Classic, I cried before my match. I was terrified. I just felt like I wasn't doing things to the best of my abilities, and it made people start to doubt me again, continuously getting the criticism and little comments here and there. I felt like I started doubting myself. I wanted to go back to Australia. I wanted to throw my dream away," she said. It will be interesting to see if Rhea Ripley will regain the WWE Women's World Championship against Io Sky and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41. It was supposed to be just another press conference on the road to WrestleMania. But no one, not even Rhea Ripley herself, could have predicted the whirlwind of emotions that would follow. Under the bright lights of the WWE media stage, Stephanie McMahon stood at the podium, her usual poise slightly softened by a rare gleam in her eye. The crowd of journalists and superstars alike leaned in as she began to speak, teasing a major announcement that had been kept tightly under wraps. Rhea Ripley was standing backstage, arms crossed over her chest, clad in her signature leather jacket. She'd been invited to the conference last minute, told only that there would be an announcement that would matter to her. Her mind raced with possibilities, maybe a title unification, maybe something with Judgment Day, maybe even a surprise challenger. But nothing could have prepared her for what Stephanie said next. "Ladies and gentlemen," Stephanie began, her voice carrying a weight of both nostalgia and pride, "as we continue to honor the legends who paved the way for today's superstars, we want to celebrate not just their legacy, but their ongoing influence. And tonight, I am proud to reveal that Stone Cold Steve Austin has personally selected a modern-day superstar to receive an exclusive mentorship for this WrestleMania season." There was a beat of silence. Then Stephanie's gaze softened as she turned slightly toward the side of the stage. "That superstar," she said, smiling, "is Rhea Ripley." Gasps rippled through the room, followed by an eruption of applause and a chorus of camera flashes. Rhea's breath hitched. For a moment, she felt frozen, as if the world had tilted off its axis. Her eyes widened, searching the stage for clarity, as Stephanie motioned for her to step forward. Heart pounding against her ribcage, Rhea walked out onto the stage, the tough exterior she always wore suddenly feeling fragile under the weight of the moment. She never thought she'd hear her name in the same sentence as Stone Cold Steve Austin, let alone hear that he had chosen her, of all people, for something this monumental. Stephanie continued, her voice rich with emotion. "Stone Cold sees in Rhea what we all see, relentless grit, uncompromising passion, and the fire of a champion who refuses to bow to anyone. He told me, and I quote, that Rhea Ripley's got a little Texas rattlesnake in her." The crowd erupted into cheers once more, but Rhea barely heard it. Her chest felt tight, and she swallowed hard, feeling a lump form in her throat. She prided herself on being unshakable, on staring down anyone with icy defiance, but this was different. As Stephanie handed her the microphone, Rhea hesitated. She gripped it tightly, her eyes glistening beneath the dark eyeliner. She cleared her throat, trying to steady her voice. She exhaled, The words momentarily caught behind the tide of emotion swelling in her chest. "I grew up watching Stone Cold," she admitted, her voice slightly shaky but growing stronger with each word. "He was the reason I believed you didn't have to play by anyone else's rules to succeed." Her gaze swept across the audience, then upward, as if picturing Austin himself cracking open a cold one in her honor. "He was a rebel, a fighter, a legend. And to know that he sees even a fraction of that fight in me. It means more than I can ever put into words." The press captured every flicker of vulnerability on her face, every subtle quiver in her voice. For a superstar who often embraced chaos and darkness in the ring, this raw, unfiltered glimpse into her heart was something truly rare. Stephanie stepped beside her, offering quiet support as Rhea composed herself. "There's more," Stephanie revealed. "Stone Cold has recorded a personal message for you, Rhea." The giant screen behind them flickered to life. There he was, Stone Cold Steve Austin himself, seated in his ranch in Texas, a cold beer in hand and that unmistakable grin stretched across his face. "Rhea Ripley," Austin drawled, raising the can in a salute. "I've been watching you stomp mudholes and walk 'em dry week after week. You remind me of myself back in the day. No fear, no filter, no backing down. You're the toughest thing walking in that locker room, and I ain't afraid to say it." He leaned closer to the camera, his eyes intense beneath the shadow of his cowboy hat. "You're on the brink of greatness, kid. WrestleMania's your stage. Raise hell, raise that title, and give 'em a show they'll never forget. And if you ever doubt yourself, just remember, open a can, and whoop some ass." With that, Austin gave a wink and a nod before the screen faded to black. The arena was electric. Chants of "Rhea! Rhea! Rhea!" filled the air, echoing off the walls like a rallying cry. Rhea felt tears threaten to spill, but she bit her lip, her pride refusing to let them fall completely. Still, her tough facade had been pierced, and she didn't care. In fact, she welcomed it. This moment, this recognition, was bigger than any single victory in the ring. Taking a deep breath, she lifted the microphone once more, her voice steadier now, imbued with renewed fire. "I promise you this," Rhea declared, her eyes blazing with determination. "Stone Cold, Stephanie, the entire WWE Universe, I'm not just going to WrestleMania to defend my legacy. I'm going to make damn sure that every single person who ever doubted me remembers exactly who the hell Rhea Ripley is." The crowd roared in approval, and for the first time in a long while, Rhea let the smallest, most genuine smile tug at the corners of her lips. Backstage, cameras caught members of the locker room applauding her, including even her Judgment Day allies, who had grown used to her icy composure but now saw a side of Rhea that was deeply human, deeply real. As the press conference wrapped up, Stephanie turned to Rhea and said softly, "Steve made the right choice. He saw the fighter in you, and tonight, so did the world." And with that, Rhea Ripley stepped off the stage, her heart pounding with purpose, her mind burning with a singular thought. This was her moment. And she was going to raise hell like never before.